Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over my Messenger homework. So we're going to import our libraries, and then we're also going to have threading thread. We're going to go ahead and make our usage. We'll see this be used later on. And then we're going to have our messengers. I should actually start from the bottom. Yeah, we're going to start from the bottom and then kind of make our way up. So in our main function, we basically, if the length is less than 2, then we're just going to call usage and then we're just going to exit. But if it does include the L, meaning we are a server, we're going to call the server with the argument of 2. And then if it's not, then we're just going to act as a client. Um, and so we're going to go over the client and server. For the client, we're going to create a sock, and then we're going to connect the sock to the local host, and we're going to create using the argv1, basically the number that they input. So then we're going to create our threads, and for each of the threads inside our messenger threads that I showed in the beginning, and I'll go over again, we're going to go ahead and join within those threads. And then this while loop goes ahead and it checks basically if the server was closed, and if it is closed, it's just going to break, or else it's just going to print the data that it receives from the server. And then we're going to go ahead and close that sock. For our server, we're going to go ahead and, we're going to create our server socket, another server socket, and set it to this. And then we're going to bind it to the local host that we have from our arg2, because remember, this is arguing as a server. This is acting as a server, and so we need to take argv2. And then we're going to listen, and then we're going to create our sock and a server address and accept them. And we're going to do the same thing that we did in the client. We're going to go ahead and call our messenger threads, and for each of those threads inside that, we're just going to join, and then we're going to go ahead and shut down and close. For our receive and send, I have two. I made two. I made a receive and I made a send, one to receive and one to send. And so within receive, we're going to go ahead and make a while loop. So while true, we're going to go ahead and make a try and accept. But basically, if it does work, we're just going to create some data, which is going to receive this from the socket. Now, the accept is here because I was running into some connection reset error issues, and so I did my try and accept, and I exit the code if it does find this. And then if it's not data, meaning the thing that we're receiving is not data, more than likely it's shut down. We're just going to go ahead and exit it. If it is data, then we're just going to go ahead and print. And then for our send, we're going to, for our message inside the stdin, we're just going to send strip and encode, and then we're going to go ahead and send the data because we want to send the data. We're going to go ahead and exit, and then we're going to do shut down our socket, and then we're going to close. For our messenger threads, we're going to go ahead and we are going to create our threading, and then we're going to create a send, and we're going to create a receive, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do threading thread, and we're going to send our targets for send t, and then we're going to set our target to receive for receive t, and then we're just going to input the sock that we receive. And so we're going to go ahead and start both of them, and then we're going to go ahead and return them. And then this is again going to be called within the send and receive, the for loops, and then the final is the usage, of course. So just to sure that works. And wait, 10 points. There we go.